Hi everyone, I'm Swati from Indiahikes, and in today's video I'm covering what to expect and also what not to expect on the Buran Ghati trek. Now I see that a lot of trekkers have many doubts and misconceptions about the trek, so I want to clarify those so that you don't have any surprises thrown at you on the trek. So I'm going to divide this into small sections, different sections, and we'll start first with the drive to the base camp. Now the drive from Shimla to Janglik, which is the base camp of your Buran Ghati trek, is around 8 to 9 hours long. And that is something you definitely have to prepare yourself for. But the good thing is that most of this road journey is actually on a smooth road on the highway, and it's a very beautiful journey. Only the last 2 hours, that is from Chirgaon onwards, it is a dirt track and that's a bumpy road. But the journey only gets more beautiful because the valleys open up and that's when you actually start seeing the real mountains. So from there you actually end your road journey at a place called Thangnu. And from Thangnu, you actually have to trek up to Janglik. And don't let that put you off, because it's actually you're trekking down to a river and then climbing back up to the village. So you've got to expect that on the very first day of your trek. Now once you're at Janglik, what do you expect? Now Janglik is a very beautiful village. It's at 9,000 feet, which is quite a high altitude, so keep that in mind. But having said that, it's extremely beautiful. It's a bustling village actually, and your homestay is a really beautiful place with Himachali architecture, and the windows there actually open up to the mountains. You see snow-capped mountains right from those windows. So it's a very beautiful place. At Janglik is where you'll meet your Indiahikes trek leader, the rest of the team. You'll have your briefings, you'll have your oxygen check and all of that, and then you'll start sitting for dinner and things. Now what not to expect at Janglik is too much luxury. The place where you stay is very beautiful and it has basic facilities, but don't expect too much luxury because it is a remote village after all, and there's very intermittent electricity, intermittent network over there. So that's something that you must expect at Janglik. So next, let's talk about what to expect in terms of the weather. Now if you're going in May and June, expect to see snow. You will be trekking and possibly camping in snow as well. So there are long distances where you trek in snow, so you definitely have to prepare yourself for that. We will be giving you micro spikes and gaiters to attach to your shoes. We also have waterproof socks that you can buy and make sure that your feet don't get wet and cold. So expect to see snow over there. And the temperatures in summer, that's May and June, will be pleasant during the day, where you maybe just have to wear one t-shirt or one jacket. So you can expect temperatures of around 18 to 23, 24 degrees. In the evenings, the temperature will drop, so you can expect it to go down to 0 as well, especially at the higher camps. In the post-monsoon season, it's going to be colder because it's kind of the onset of winter. You'll need at least 4 warm layers at that time. And during the day, the temperatures there will be around 13 to 20 degrees. And at night, the temperature will drop to 0. And if you have an unexpected snow or something, it'll definitely drop to -2, -3 degrees. But that's between September and October. So prepare yourself for this weather. It's nothing you can't tackle with warm layers. Carry 3 layers for summer, 4 layers for monsoon. You'll be absolutely okay. So let's talk a little bit about the distances to expect. Now for the Buran Ghati trek, I have good news. You don't cover too much distance on the trek. There's only one day where you cover over 10 kilometers, and that's your pass crossing day, and that's the most difficult day of the trek. But other days you usually cover around 7-8 kilometers, and you're at the next campsite by noon or slightly later than noon. But you have the rest of the day to relax and actually take in the surroundings of all the campsites. And I think this trek has few of the prettiest campsites, so make use of that entire day. Next, let's talk about what to expect in terms of the altitude. Now, Buran Ghati is a trek that starts at 9,000 feet. And this is very interesting because no other Indiahikes trek starts at 9,000 feet. This is actually a very high altitude you're starting at. And you're climbing very quickly to 15,000 feet. So, symptoms of AMS and things are very common on this trek, and that is something you have to keep in mind. You must familiarize yourself with the symptoms of AMS, what to do if you see any symptoms. Speak to your trek leader. Don't administer any medications yourself, or if you're trekking on your own, learn about the medications you need. So you have to familiarize yourself with the symptoms of AMS and what to expect at such altitudes. So keep that in mind. There is network at the base camp, again intermittent, but you get Vodafone and Airtel network both at the base camp. and after that 15 minutes into the trail, you're out, there's no network anymore. There's a small secret I want to share with you, is that there's network at the very top of the Buran Ghati pass, but please don't take out your phones there. Maintain silence for 2 minutes, and that is the best thing you can do at a pass like that. It's a very reflective moment, so avoid using your phones over there. Finally, I'm going to leave you with a few misconceptions that trekkers have about the Buran Ghati trek. The first is that the rappel down from the pass is very difficult. Now that's an absolute misconception, especially if you're trekking with Indiahikes. At Indiahikes, we have a full-fledged technical team that accompanies you on the Buran Ghati trek, and at the pass they set up the entire system so that they can belay you down. All you have to do is put a harness around yourself, which the technical team will do, and they will let you down from the pass all the way till it's safe at the bottom. So there's not much you have to do while actually descending down. All you have to do is stay perpendicular to the wall and lower yourself slowly, and that's all you have to do, so it's not very difficult. Another misconception trekkers have is that after the trek, after you cross the pass, everything is very easy, but there's actually a small boulder section there, and you've got to expect that, especially in the months of June, September and October, when there's not much snow covering that boulder section. So this is slightly tricky because you're kind of tired after crossing the pass and you have to navigate this section carefully. So that's something you must expect. That's pretty much it actually about what to expect and not to expect on the Buran Ghati trek. If you have any doubts, just drop in a comment, don't hesitate at all. I'll get back to you. You can also write to me on tws@indiahikes.com and I'll help you out. And make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. We're always sharing information and trekking tips from the entire trekking world. And also make sure you hit subscribe and the bell icon next to it if you'd like to be updated with more such videos. That's about it from me today. Thank you for watching. I'm Swati from Indiahikes and you're watching Trek with Swati.